I have represented India twice at Abu Dhabi. I had represented India, and I have also represented India at World Skills. They have a great motto which is skills changes life. What inspired me was I can do anything with electronics, because electronics is everywhere. If you learn electronics, if you know electronics, you understand how everything around you is working.
Welcome viewers to another session of Kirtik Vasan Talks. Welcome Manoj first of all to our show.
Thank you for inviting me in your show. Thank you.
So viewers, I must assume that each one of us watching this session is familiar with the Olympics, where international community of sportsmen gather and display their skills together. Has any one of us thought that there is a Olympic for skills too? Indeed, yes, we do have an Olympic for skills too, which is called the World Skills.
So today we have Manoj Kumar, who is the finalist of India Skills, and he represented Team India at World Skills Kazan in Russia in the trade of electronics.
Yeah, thank you for a great, this introduction of mine and introduction of World Skills. It is as you have already told, World Skills is a Olympic of skills where a lot of countries participate in their skills and showcase their skills. So a little history about World Skills I would like to share with you guys. So the World Skills started at the time of World War II, where world was facing lack of skills. So the World Skills started. So the vision and mission of this World Skills is to change the lives of people with the power of skills, and they have a great motto which is skills changes life. So how skills changes life of every one. So in electronics, how my life has been changed after this World Skills, and how much I have gained in skills, in my skills in electronics. So that has been a journey for me.
So Manoj, please share with us like where you are from and tell us about your educational journey.
So I'm from basically from Uttar Pradesh, Pratapgarh. So when I was a kid, I was not going to school. So my parents sent me to Chandigarh, and where I started studying properly. And my primary education and secondary education went in Chandigarh very well. And I enrolled in diploma where I got interest in electronics. So first I enrolled in electrical engineering. Then I changed it to electronics and communication engineering. So my journey started in electronics there. So I found very interesting things around me, and everything was working on electronics. So I thought there will be a good market in electronics, and everybody would need an electronics person to understand this or to make new things from this electronics. So that was my first step towards electronics. And then after completing my diploma, I enrolled in BTech. So when I was at my industrial training, so I was introduced to this competition, that is World Skills. Haryana government was also advertising at radio stations or TVs. So then I enrolled from Haryana, and the district where I applied for was Ambala district. Then I had to go to the first competition, that was a district level competition, to Rohtak, where I traveled, where I took a train, and that was an overnight journey. And at the morning, at early morning, I gone to the skill competition that was at Rohtak, ITI Rohtak. And then that first competition happened, where I had to do circuit design, PCB design, and soldering. So the task was the first task that I faced in India Skills was LPG sensor, LPG gas sensor. So what that does is when there is a LPG around this, the sensor will beep, because LPG is harmful. Or so the task was to design a LPG sensor that would be installed in kitchen or somewhere where is vulnerable to leak LPG. So when it is leaked, so it will give you an alarm. And then for this I had to make circuit, I had to design a PCB, and then I had to assemble this. So that worked very well for me, and I secured first position at district level competition. Then the state level happened. So here one more thing that was added, that was embedded system design. So I think everybody is familiar with embedded system programming. So the task was there to make a automatic so their task was password based door lock system. So I had to enter a password to go into the room, or some kind of safe case or like that. So that was at the state level. There I secured second position. Then after this regional competitions happened, and I secured first position, and a national competition. There I think you met me, but I didn't remember you. So that so at national level competition I won gold medal. And then after gold medal, and I and Ujjwal, who was another competitor, so we secured a gold medal together, joint gold medal. So we both were trained for around 7 to 8 months, and we were given very hard trainings, and we had to do these trainings at Bengaluru. So after 4 or 5 months, we had a competition to choose one candidate. So at that time I performed really well, and I secured my chance to go to World Skills. And then that World Skills happened. So that went pretty well. 3 days went very well. I was hoping for a medal, first, second, third, gold. So the fourth day went very, very wrong, or didn't well. That wasn't my day. So that was the losing point, where I lost medal, but still I was hoping for medallion of excellence. So but I secured 698 marks. So out of if you secure 700 marks, you get a medallion of excellence. And so the last day didn't went pretty well, so that's why we didn't secured any medal. But this was the performance, in electronics. That was the highest performance, what I should say. That was the best performance so far for India in electronics.
So that was a very great journey for you, but still, like, you were one of the lucky guy to make it to Russia and represent India. I think that itself is a very great achievement to accomplish.
Yes.
So Manoj, tell us, like, how does it feel when you are being called India Ke Electronics Champion?
Yeah, it feels like I have at my age, no one is better than me, or somebody who does not know electronics as I know. So I have represented India twice. At Abu Dhabi I had represented India, and I have also represented India at World Skills. So that gives me a lot of confidence, and it is a great feeling that nobody is at you, but it gives a little fear that somebody can overcome, or somebody can overtake you. So that gives you a little motivation that you should work hard and sharp your skills, or increase your skill sets.
So Manoj, tell us, how is this competition important, and how it has added value to your life?
So talking about adding the value in my life, this competitions, so they have added a lot of value, lot of skills in me. Like I didn't know about PCB design before this competition, and I didn't knew that there are many types of solderings. There is a type of reflow soldering, wave soldering. I didn't know about that. So I was got a chance to see all these things, and sharp my skills. So this has changed my life, and I have I have a very great confidence that I know I can do this in I can do anything in electronics. If somebody asks me, can you do this? Yeah, I can do this. I can, that confidence I have got with this skill competition.
Mhm. So, Manoj, like if I ask you, how would you define the term skill? And along with that, also tell me that is a skill a gift to an individual or it can be also learned?
Skill can be anything, from making a tea to making a rocket. So the skills are like power to you that you can do anything. So skills can be gifts, and if you are gifted with a skill, if you didn't sharp it or you didn't do anything with that skill, that is wasted. So for me, that skill can be a gift or can also be learnt. uh, yeah.
So, Manoj, tell us like what inspired you specifically to choose the trade electronics?
So what inspired me was, I can do anything with electronics, because electronics is everywhere, starting from your wristwatch to a big ACs remotes, and everywhere the electronics has made its reach. So that inspired me to learn electronics, because when I was looking at a cover of a book, so I saw some images of resistors, capacitors, and ICs. So I, I got a little curious that how these people choose this value, because this value resistor, this IC, or this transistor or capacitor. So there I got interest that I want to learn this. I want to know that how this works, how they are choosing these values or using these ICs. So there I got my interest in electronics.
So, Manoj, you have already taken us through the various levels that you had to pass through in order to get to the international level. So, exactly tell us like what is the application procedure for this to enter this competition?
The application process is very simple. You have to just go to worldskillsindia.co.in, or there are actually involved. There are lots of organization involved in these competitions, like skill development mission of every state. Like for Chandigarh, it is Chandigarh Skill Development Mission. For Delhi, it is Delhi Skill Development Mission. So there are skill development missions in every state, which actively involved in this competition, because the select will because the state will give you the candidates for next round to NSDC and World Skills India. So at state level competitions happen, then you go to the NSDC or World Skills India. So the application process is very simple. You go to worldskillsindia.co.in, or you can visit your state skill development website where you can apply.
Great, Manoj. So, Manoj, tell us exactly what was your problem statements at World Skills and elaborate on how you solved that challenges, and please tell us specifically what happened on that third day that didn't went well for you.
So for the first day, it was circuit design. Circuit design, it had 4 tasks. In circuit design, that was 4 tasks, 3 hours. So precisely 3 hours. So I performed really well. What honestly, I performed really well. So in 4 tasks, I was able to do 3 tasks. I was able to design 3 circuits. So the first circuit was around 50% duty cycle, wave generation, and some other things. So what I was not able to design, that was transconductance amplifier, and in this I secured around in 15 marks. I secured around 8 to 10 marks. So one question that was not went well, because I didn't submit the input wave, because you have to submit the proof of the circuit that you have designed correct circuit. So because you have to provide either a simulation or a breadboard circuit for that. So and some everything went well. So but one I was not able to design. One I didn't submit input wave. That there I got my marks deducted around 3 marks. I was deducted. That was deducted because of my a silly mistake that I made for not submitting input wave. Okay, so that next was PCB design. That that went very well. I secured around 12 marks, 12 to 13 marks in 15 marks. So on the second day it was embedded system programming. So in embedded system programming I performed really well because the question was automatic garage system, where you come with your car and you have RFID, you scan your RFID card, it will charge you accordingly with the time, how much time you have put your car in the garage. So that I easily done it. So I secured 24 marks out of 30 marks. So next task was this was day 3, that was fault finding and repair task. And fault finding and repair task, the board was ECG, electrocardiogram. So I think everybody is familiar with this. So I had to find 5 faults in that circuit. You get a proper board or a manufactured board that will not be working. So I was able to find 1 fault properly. So what let me just elaborate what you have to do in fault finding and repair. So you have to find fault, and then you have to record the fault, then you have to repair the fault, and then you have to record the fault. If you are not able to submit the proof of that fault was there and you have repaired successfully, you will not get any mark. So I was able to do one task. I was able to find out 1 fault and I successfully repaired it and submitted all these documents. So after 2 hours you are allowed to take the solution, where are faults, and you can choose if you want to repair them or you want to find out more faults on your own. So I choose to get the answer and repair all these faults. So that also went pretty well for me. I was able to secure around 10 marks in 20 marks for fault finding and repair. So the next task was to assemble that PCB, which I designed on day 1. So what didn't went well for me, that soldering task, where you have to solder all the components, you have to calibrate, and you have to take some waves at some test points, like some power supply or some signal, kind of that. So the problem was that I didn't practice on milled boards. What you get is milled boards, the milled boards. I didn't practice on that boards very well, so that went wrong for me and I spoiled the task. I spoiled all. So I should have secured some marks. That was 20 marks task. If I would have secured 2 or 3 marks, so I would have got some medal or medallion of excellence, definitely. So in this journey I found that one silly mistake that I made at circuit design by not submitting input wave, and the last day, which went very wrong for me. So that was not went well, but everybody makes mistakes. Everybody make mistake, but who makes less mistakes, that wins.
Since you have got an opportunity to interact with the international community, so tell us, like, how did you find their approach? Like, if you had got a chance to interact with the fellow partners from other countries, so what differences could you cite in their way of approach of solving problems?
I think they are good, but we are also at the same pace. We are not very far behind, or we are not very ahead. we are very close to them. So what they were doing was they were very disciplined, because where they were like robots. They are taking some components from here and placing that back there. So they were very well trained. So if I would have got some external competition experience, so I would have definitely got some medal, because I was got before this competition I had got only one international experience, that was at Abu Dhabi. If I would have got some other competition experience, I definitely would have won some medal.
So Manoj, tell us, how was your stay at Kazan, and what all places did you visit there? Did you get a chance to visit? First of all, that is the question.
Yeah, I got a chance to visit one place, the Kazan city. So that was really nice. The architecture is really nice, and the people of Russia or Kazan, they are also very nice people. So I have some friends from Kazan, and so where we were staying, that is the same place where the FIFA World Cup candidates, or that World Cup champions were staying there, FIFA World Cup. So the opening ceremony was also held at a football ground where FIFA happened, FIFA 2018. So the stay was great, the food was nice, because there was everything available which you wish to have, but that was not according to our taste that we Indians like some masalas or everything. So but their hosting was really nice. We all Indians enjoyed a lot.
Like, tell us in depth, like what other skills are there that one can participate in World Skills?
There are lots of skills, starting from electronics, from from bakery, pastry, and hairdressing, beauty therapy, painting and decorating, plumbing, and boiler floor tailing, concrete work, welding, floristry, print media technology, IT network cabling, water technology, where we won gold medal for us.
Also, is there any age limit to appear in this competition?
Yeah, there is an age limit. So candidates should be born on or after 1st Jan 1999 for this World Skills 2021, which is going to happen in Shanghai. So one thing I would like to mention is that there is no qualification criteria, that if you are past 5th, 10th, or any other, if you have PhD degree, that doesn't matter here. Only thing that is mattering here is your skill and your age limit. That's it.
Manoj, what are your future plans after this?
So my future plans are being an entrepreneur. So after, because my MTech is there, so after finishing my MTech, I'm planning to work in a MNC. That I have got a job offer from an MNC which is based in USA. So its a branch is in Bengaluru. I have been called by them. So after working for around 2 or 4 years, I am planning to be an entrepreneur or start a company which offers consultancy for these small firms or big firms.
So, Manoj, is there any piece of advice that you would like to give to viewers who are willing to pursue a career in electronics, or let's say they would like to get into this trade of skill and get a chance to represent Team India?
So for everybody who love this skill or another skill, I would say that practice your skills as much as you can. Which skill you like, practice as much as you can. But for electronics, I would especially say that if you learn electronics, if you know electronics, you understand how everything around you is working, and you can design on your own and ease the world. So that what I have to say about joining this electronic sector, because uh, MI, ML, AI, everything is working on this electronics, and how you can, how you can understand these things and work for a better future.
So Manoj, tell us like where can our viewers could connect with you?
So they can connect me on Instagram, they can connect me on Facebook, they can connect me to directly connect me to my phone number I have given on my Instagram or Facebook page. They can connect me there all, and I have a Twitter account. They can follow me on Twitter also.
So Manoj, your experience was a great journey that we could hear from you. So thank you once again for joining our show and taking a part of your time from your busy academic schedule.
Thank you, Kritik, for inviting me. So that was really nice chance to give everybody my experience or share my experience. So thank you.
Thank you, Manoj.